What you do? We're gonna go on the air. We're gonna hit the red button, and we're gonna enjoy
We're
it.
going to talk about you.
And we're gonna revel in your misery. I guess.
Oh my God,
the
dude!
misery is just.
I forgot about a very important conversation that I did not have with you. I'm not sure if we should do it on the air.
Why? How important is it?
So it's not kid friendly.
Neither is this show.
No, this is a major deal.
Oh, major.
This is a big thing that kids can't hear. Am I allowed to talk about it?
Yeah, the kids don't watch our show.
If any child is now
You
watching...
want to open the segment with this?
Yes.
See, here's what you do. You wait till the middle of the segment when the kids have turned it off because after 50 minutes they get bored anyway, and then you talk about it.
No, that's not the way it works because I have a thought in my head. If I wait till the middle of the show...
You don't lose it?
Yeah.
You can't write it down?
No.
What if I give you a pen to write it down so you wouldn't forget it? I just think if we wait 10 minutes and then you talk about it, there's a 99% chance no one's ever going to see this.
All I have to do is slide the fucking thing to 10 minutes.
Yeah, but they're not going to know.
You just gave me the idea.
They're not paying attention.
Get the
Second we
fuck
start
outta
talking
here.
about, second we start talking about football, they'll focus on football.
Okay, all right.
Any event here.
We'll bury it.
No, don't bury it. Write it down. Write it right on the back of this paper, so you don't forget. Write it right there.
Okay.
That way, we'll figure out when to talk about it. But we're going to open up segment 2. The Giants made 2 moves at the end of last week, this week, whatever, it's still technically this week. Bringing in 34-year-old Corley Beasley, the Julian Edelman wannabe, and he failed to be that. He was solid. Beasley. And then the running back there, what was his name again? James Robinson, who, when healthy, has been effective. He's not
Jacksonville to the Jets, now to the Giants.
Yeah. So he's young. He's 24 years old. He's had a 1,000-yard season. He's averaging over 4 yards a carry. He was banged up last year, which I think contributed to his lack of production.
Yeah.
But when he does play, he's been effective. Given the situation with Saquon Barkley, you got to have backup plans. And this guy's rushed for 1,000 yards. So, and he's 24.
What'd they pay him?
Not a lot. It was short money. It wasn't a big deal, which is the other thing. It was a low risk, high reward deal. They didn't pay him like starting money.
Well, of course not.
No. So to me, it's a low risk, high reward move, and the kid's been productive when he's healthy. So I think it's a good move. Now, the thing about Beasley is he is 34 years old. Last year he bounced around 2 teams, didn't really touch the ball. He doesn't think he'll get out of training camp, and he may be right. I do know this, that if he in the slot when he was good, he was very effective.
Oh, he was great.
Yeah,
for the Cowboys.
Yeah, he was.
He was a great receiver for Romo for years.
I'm just saying when he's in that slot, he can do those Z routes, and much like Edelman did, he can create space and move the chains for you.
Yeah,
and he's got good hands. But again,
it's been a few years since he was really good.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I don't know. I don't know whether he got hurt and then fell out of favor and then got old. I don't know what it was.
I think he's pretty old. I mean, he had a good career, right? Like he's on the
back
end.
For a guy who didn't. What was his? Where he got drafted? He did not.
No, he couldn't have been a big prospect.
No, he wasn't. I'm saying this guy was an underdog.
Yeah. James Robinson contract, 2 years, $4 million.
Yeah. See, that's nothing.
No.
That's naval lint. So. I think.
We're looking up Cole Beasley.
Yeah,
right now.
I'm looking up Cole Bailey.
Cole Dixon Beasley.
Cole Dixon Beasley.
1989. So what does that make him?
34 years old. Beasley. There he is. So let's see here. He last year he split with 2 teams.
Really?
Well, he was on 2 different teams. What I'm saying.
He went to the Bucks?
Tampa Bay first, and then he went to the.
He didn't do shit, right?
No, and then he went to the Buffalo Bills. I think he went back to the Bills. But he's reunited with Dayball, who he had a lot of success with.
Yeah.
When he was healthy.
I think these
came out of SMU, Southern Methodist University, the Mustangs.
He's a country kid.
He was a Cowboy for 6 years, Buffalo for 3, then Tampa for 2 games, and then I don't really know what you can take from a 2-game sample size where he was the fourth option.
Well, that just shows me he didn't play last year.
No, he didn't.
Which does not bode well for him.
No, 5,700 yards, 10.3 a carry. He was a chain mover. 34 touchdowns. Only 5 fumbles in 153 games. Oh, actually, only 5 fumbles in 556 career receptions. So he's pretty sure-handed too. Yeah, I don't know what he has left. To me, it's a depth move, seriously.
I didn't realize he had 82 catches in 2021, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's only 2 years ago.
Yeah. He did it in 20 and 20. Yeah, 2 years in a row he did that.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying he's got good hands.
I thought he had his best year in Dallas. I didn't realize he had his 2 best years, it looks like.
Buffalo.
In Buffalo.
Yeah,
and I haven't seen touchdowns.
Those first 2, 6 and 4 on the touchdowns, but 777 and 967. He just missed 1,000 yards. He was solid.
He really
solid.
was.
He was. So, look, I don't know what he's got left. To me, last year doesn't really count because he didn't really play. So, I don't know what he's got left.
He raps, you know that?
Does he?
Mm-hmm. Decent.
Rapper for $4 million?
What?
He's a rapper who moonlights as a football player.
Oh, what was his contract?
Beasley? I don't know what they signed him to.
You said $4 million.
No, I'm thinking of the other guy there, the running back. Hold on.
James Robinson.
Beasley's deal. Does it say? Does it say? Beasley last season.
1 year.
Reunites with Dayball, who was his coordinator in Buffalo. So when he had his best years, Dayball was the guy coaching him. Those 2 years in Buffalo. So who knows? We know this. Dayball knows how to use him. That is something to be considered. He knows how to use him. So as a check down Charlie, because you're going to you're going to have a check down Charlie.
I never heard that before.
Especially against some of these defenses that can get to you with 4 rushers, you got to have a check down Charlie.
And a little squirmer.
Yeah.
But here's the thing about the Giants. I feel like they have like 7 slot receivers.
I don't think any one of them reminds you of Cole Beasley. I don't think any one of them was as productive as he was either.
No. Maybe the only one that came close was Sterling Shepard.
Maybe. So
he's coming off an injury, and
this guy has proven success in the past in a playoff offense with the head coach.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
So I think that's an interesting signing, given it was definitely for short money. So it could be to me it's a depth move more than anything else.
Yeah, no, I mean look, both of them make sense.
Yeah.
It's fine. Like there's no risk on either of them.
No.
But it's kind of like you couldn't give Saquon an extra $2 million, but you just throw $2 million at James Robinson.
They may still do that. I'm just saying. We talked about this the other day. I think they're both still pissed at each other. So that's what the problem is right now.
You know what I would have liked to see? I would have liked to see them sign Saquon and then sign this guy Robinson too. Like, because Matt Breida is their other backup. He's just another guy, in my opinion.
He's never had 1,000 yards.
Whereas James Robinson
has had 1,000 yards.
Yeah,
He's only 24.
And if you had him paired,
yeah,
you know that would take some weight off of Saquon.
I think
still with a productive back in the backfield.
I think this is a good move for the Giants. This kid, when he's healthy, is productive, and to be Saquon's backup, you need depth.
Right.
He's a good backup to have. He doesn't have a lot of tread on the tires.
Saquon misses a game or something, you have him.
This kid's 24 years old, doesn't have a lot of tread on the tires. He's rushed for 1,000 yards before. He's proven. And as a backup, first of all, it's hard to find a proven backup. Let's be clear about something, okay? But this guy, and he's not. The thing about Beasley is he's 34 years old. He might have nothing left.
Yeah, no.
This kid is 24.
Different situation.
This kid is 24. He's got plenty left. So
I didn't realize he was that young.
He's young.
The other thing is they drafted a running back, and I mean,
who?
I think it was a 4th rounder. His name's Eric Gray from Oklahoma.
Eric Gray, running back, Oklahoma. Yes. 5th round. 38.
So he wasn't drafted. You know, he's not a top drafted rookie, but like I think he's high enough drafted that he's going to make the team.
Yeah.
Right.
I think he will.
So
they don't have a lot of depth at that position anyway.
I know, but now you have. I think Matt Breida could be the odd man out, unless they keep 4 backs, which that's kind of a lot.
I mean,
maybe they could practice squad Breida. But that might mess with his money.
Where was he on the depth chart?
Matt Breida?
Yeah, where was he?
He was 2.
I don't have it in there.
Is he not in there?
No, hold on. They might. I was trying to see. No.
You looking at their roster?
I'm looking at. Hold on a second. Just one. That's what I want. No. What did that do? I I hate this thing with my fat finger shit. You fat fingered motherfucker. Let me see here.
Matt Breida, there he is. I mean, he was fine, but
That's just.
he's 28 too. Yeah, so he would be the odd man out. I think.
Is he?
I would think so. You know, I mean, last year he had 54 attempts, 220 yards, 4.1 yards a carry, and a score. That's not bad for a backup.
No.
But that's not like excited for a backup.
True.
Year before, 26 carries, 4.8.
Yeah, so he.
Never gotten a ton of carries.
No.
Actually, look at this. In 2018 and 2019,
Yeah.
he got over 100 carries in San Francisco and was over 5 yards a carry.
That's no joke.
But that was 2018, 2019.
That is no joke.
I didn't realize he averaged that much a carry. That's pretty solid.
I would say so.
I'd still rather have James Robinson as the backup and Eric Gray as somebody that you can put in there. I don't really know much about Eric Gray, but
Eric Gray
could be a big play potential.
Eric Gray at Oklahoma last year, 213 carries, 1,366 yards, or the 6.4 yards a carry in the Big 12. That's nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah.
11 touchdowns rushing. Receiving wise, he had 33 catches. 229. He's a 3-down back. Not a bad pickup, G-Men. Not a bad pickup.
Fifth
Proven
round,
kid.
5'10", 211.
Not a bad pickup out of the old Big 12. Right? The old Big 12.
The old biggins.
The old smack mouth.
The old big
The
dozen.
Big 12.
They call him the big dozen.
Home of the wing T.
They call him the big
And the
dozen.
I.
They call him the
They
big
come at you
dozen.
in the wing T and the I.
Oh.
They line up eight offensive linemen. They got one receiver, but he ain't doing nothing but picking his
Damn
nose.
wishbone.
The wishbone, the wing T,
They run that wishbone.
I
at you.
formation,
Shoot.
power right, power left, smash mouth, smash you in the mouth. That's what I'm doing, smash you in the mouth. That is the Big 12. Nebraska back in the day, Oklahoma, Texas. They're telling you, smash mouth. Colorado, Buffalo, but smash mouth. Well, a guy named Bieniemy once upon a time who's now a sought-after offensive coordinator, I'm told. He was a great back, smash mouth. So the
Eric
Giants,
Bieniemy was?
yeah, Oklahoma, the Buffaloes, they were ranked. He was their guy. He was a stud. He was a Heisman candidate, Eric Bieniemy. I'm telling you right now, and this is the division this kid comes out of. I'm gonna smash you in the mouth.
It's kind of funny in that quarterback show. Not a ton of interaction between Mahomes and Bieniemy.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Did there seem like there was a?
It didn't seem like much of a connection. But they didn't really.
Well,
they didn't cover it, you know.
Well,
but
yeah,
I don't.
mean,
But like it always seemed like he was talking more deeply with
Reed.
Matt Nagy, I think his name was.
Yeah.
And
Is
Reed.
Nagy the quarterback coach?
Yeah. But now
interesting.
it's not to say he never talked to him. They had exchanges on camera.
Yeah.
And he was one of the guys when he got hurt in the playoff game. Bieniemy, was one of the guys that was like, just get an X-ray, because Andy Reid was like, I got to take you out, and he was like, fuck no.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just weird to see that lack of connection. However, we saw clips, so we didn't see everything.
Saw a few clips.
Yeah, clips doesn't tell the whole story.
Couple of clips. Yeah. Clips.
But DJ was telling me, because I was like, I said something about, Bieniemy being with the Commanders now, and how that's a good thing for them.
Yeah.
And and I brought up the quarterback show, or we brought up the quarterback show, and he goes, yeah, and of course, everybody keeps pointing out the fact that he's never talking to Bieniemy on the sidelines. And then so when I watched it, I kind of watched it through that lens.
Yeah.
And maybe I saw that, but there was some validity to that. Like,
Well, he's gone now, so it doesn't matter. He being Bieniemy. But
I know, but he's talking from a Commander's perspective. When you see that, you get a little worried, thinking,
Well,
Like,
I mean,
did he have that much to do with Pat Mahomes?
he was there 6 years.
I know.
I'd say he had a lot to do with it.
I agree.
I mean, now again, Mahomes.
But it's the skepticism of the Skins.
Well, yeah, I
fan.
mean, look, yes, and I get that because they're not even the Skins anymore. That's how skeptical they are.
Sorry, the Commanders.
So they're talking about changing the name too. So interesting to see what they come up with now.
Just let it fucking be.
Could it be any worse than the
Just
Commanders?
let it be. The Commanders is fine.
It's terrible.
Who gives a shit?
It sounds like a made up, like
Redskins was better.
Redskins was better. The Skins, the Hogs.
Yeah, they called them the
The
Hogs.
Hogs, that offensive line.
There's a bunch of offensive linemen that dressed up in nightgowns and put
Dude,
pig
when
noses
those guys farted, buildings crumbled.
on. That could have been a hog.
Thundercrack? Yeah, you'd fit right in. You'd fit right in. Tom,
All right, can I talk about my thing now?
yes, I think you can. The thing. So there's a thing.
Okay.
Is this a question, by the way? Or is this something you
No.
want to
So this is something that happened that I've been meaning to talk. I thought it'd be a good talk on air.
Something happened.
Well, so it was like a family moment for
Okay.
us. Okay.
Okay.
So, we're doing bedtime, and a lot of times we end up in conversation with the kids during bedtime.
They don't just go to sleep, boys and girls.
No. So me and
not like in
Casey,
the movies.
me and Casey are in Penny's room, and we're talking to her and John at the same time.
But John's in John's room.
No, we're all in
Penny's
room.
Oh, it's a party.
We're all
It's a slumber
sitting-
party in Penny's room.
They're sitting on the bed. We're around the bed,
Yep.
and we start talking about stuff.
So bedtime prep meeting.
Yeah, we start somehow we get on the topic of religion.
Uh-oh.
Okay,
Yeah.
and I can't remember if they asked like what's the story behind it. Like I don't understand it, and I start explaining like the story of Jesus, in terms of Catholicism
Uh-huh.
and God, and the fact that God made his son appear in a woman's body without any penile contact.
You went there.
I didn't say that.
I hope not.
I just said, God, Jesus is God's son, but it's also God. And God sent.
God went like this.
So,
You.
so God sent his only son, who was also him, down to earth to be nailed to a cross to save the sins of everyone else.
Die for man, yeah. Man's sins, yeah.
And,
Ultimate
if
sacrifice.
you don't believe that, you're not getting into heaven. So I was explaining some of this stuff, and then John said, and have you ever heard the term cap? Like no cap
Yeah.
means no lie.
No lie.
And like cap means lie, So John goes, I think Jesus is cap. And I was like, and he was like, I think it's all cap. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I feel the same way. And then we started talking more about it. And then he looks at us and he goes, Santa's cap too, isn't he? And I was like, yeah, he's cap.
Oh.
And he was
Well,
like,
Christmas just changed in the house.
right.
Hey, Dad, since Santa's cap,
Yeah.
there's no need for me to go to bed anymore. It's going to bite you in the ass.
Oh, please. Like that did anything before. Didn't do shit.
Apparently not. Nothing. It's all matter.
So Santa's cap. And he's like, I think he's like, is Santa cap? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, he's not, is he? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, he really is.
Now
And
you're
I
going
was
to ruin
like,
it for me because
yeah.
you're going to tell Anthony tomorrow.
No, they've known this for
Okay.
3 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah. We told them you cannot tell anyone.
Okay. I'm just waiting for that one.
Yeah. But if it happens, I'm sorry.
Oh, you'll be getting the bill.
I'm sorry.
You'll be getting the bill.
Why? It's less bill. Like I told them, they were a little upset.
Sure, they were.
So then John ran and got Maddie.
Extraordinary.
John ran down to Maddie. Maddie was downstairs and he goes, Maddie, is Santa cap? And Maddie was like, no. And he was like, yes, it is. Dad just told me. And she was like, what? So then Maddie comes in and she gets in on the conversation. Casey was very upset.
Yeah. You have plenty of time to destroy that dream. It didn't have to be.
No, I didn't want to.
At least let him get to 10.
No, to me, I let if the kid figures it out.
How has the kid figured it out?
He said, "I think Santa's Cap."
Based on what?
Based on the fact that he realized that the whole religion is Cap as well.
We don't look at. I can't prove it either way.
Exactly. So why?
Personally,
so why is there somebody preaching it as if it's fact?
I don't know.
Because it's Cap.
I don't know. I don't know. Okay, could it have happened? I suppose there are things we can't explain. Here's the problem. There are things we can't explain.
Okay.
There are things beyond our comprehension.
If you're telling me you believe,
I'm telling you I don't know.
okay,
That's all I'm saying.
Well,
I'm just saying there's a case to be made on both sides. Because, and there's a fact here. There are things that are beyond our grasp that we cannot explain.
Sure.
So that's why I don't know.
There's one thing I know, is that there is no entity that sent a piece of himself down divinely into the stomach of a woman, had that baby come out, and that baby is actually him and his son.
But if this entity
at the same time, and that thing grew up, and he, or it, or whatever that entity is, made everyone on earth hate this man, and then they killed him by hanging him on a cross.
Unspeakable.
And that saved all those assholes. That saved all those assholes. As long as they now believe in this.
What did Lex Luthor
resurrected
say
king.
to Superman? I learned long ago that there cannot be a God. A God cannot be all good, because if he's all good, he's not all powerful, and if he's all powerful, he can't be all good, if he exists. Lex Luthor said that to Superman.
Is that what you're using to prove the existence?
I am saying
God?
you can't convince me that it didn't happen, and no one can convince me that it did.
That's fine.
Okay, the only thing
If you can't admit what I just said didn't happen,
I don't know that it didn't happen.
Screw loose.
No, I don't. I don't know. There's nothing wrong with saying I don't know. You're sounding like you think you know. And here's the reason why I don't know. Because there are things that we cannot explain.
Right. Not that. We can explain that.
We can't. There's a lot of things we can't explain. So that are beyond our comprehension. That's why I'm saying I don't know. And by the way, I'm not going to sit here and listen to you tell me because I don't know that means I think I know it happened. I don't know that it happened.
No, that's not.
That's the whole point. I don't fucking know.
But it's like
I wasn't there.
In any other facet of your life, if I told you some shit like that, you'd tell me there's no way that it's true.
Exactly. But that again, I just said. Here's the thing. There are things that are beyond our comprehension. This is beyond our. If it did happen, it's beyond our comprehension. Everything you said is beyond our comprehension.
No, it's not.
Why?
Because a person made it up.
We don't know that. I don't know that. I don't know that it was made up.
You think God wrote the Bible?
I wasn't there. I don't know. And no one I know was there. So nobody I know knows. But no, like I said to you, nobody can prove it or disprove it. I don't know. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not going to sit here and get raked over the coals because I don't know. Okay?
I don't know either.
That's all. Because,
I don't know about God. I don't know if God exists.
But again, this is the thing. I don't know. But the thing is, there are things that can't be explained that happen. So if that's possible, because it is, then who knows? I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
It's just a ridiculous.
It's far-fetched to say the least, Tom.
Yes.
But I'm saying I wasn't there. Were you there? No. Do you know anybody that was there? No. So I don't know. And I'm not saying the guy up in the robes.
There's plenty of people out here that know.
I'm saying no. They believe. They don't know. Belief and know. You can believe in something but not know something.
Well,
that's the whole point.
If you don't know it, you have to believe
Again, the people that believe in it.
A lot of people know it. They think they know it.
It's one thing to believe in something, but to believe in it without actually seeing it, I'm kind of.
Have you ever seen $1 million?
I'm saying, no.
Does it exist?
Supposedly.
That's what people always say. Like if you say, well, if you haven't seen God, how do you believe in Him? And then, have you ever seen $1 million? Yes, I have. Over the course of my life.
I've seen what it looks like.
Over the course of my life.
I've seen Ferraris. I've seen mansions. I know what it looks like.
Yeah, I know what it looks like.
Have I actually seen $1 million in cash? No, not in one. I've never seen that.
Throughout the course of your life, you've seen
If I saw $1 million in cash right in front of me, I'd probably shit myself.
Why?
Because I'm like, well, how? First of all, when will I ever get close to that?
Why would you poop?
Because I wouldn't believe I'd be like, that's $1 million fucking dollars.
Okay, so
And I probably wouldn't believe it. I'd probably want to count it.
So now that I've alienated anyone who believes in religion, so yeah, then the kids just went through everything.
It all
They
came
were
out.
like, and they were, they started asking. They were like, Dad, why don't you like Santa? And I was like, I don't like Santa because I hate the fact that the money I make goes to buying presents, that your mom runs all over the place and gets you all these presents, and then some imaginary fuck gets credit for it. I didn't say imaginary fuck, but so you don't even appreciate what you get, because it's just this magical bullshit that you think happens, and then there are other kids out there who don't have the money to have Christmas, and it's like, oh yeah, Santa really doesn't give a fuck about you, which is not them, but still, just the fact that like, I don't know.
There are kids that don't get Christmas at all because they don't. That's not their religion.
Sure,
I believe
sure,
it. Yeah.
that too.
Yeah.
But for the kids it is their religion and they believe in Santa, and Santa doesn't give them shit.
Tom Izzo took a blade to it.
Yeah, so
Not just any blade.
so then
He stole the knife off of Shang-Chi and the ten
No, but it
rings.
was funny. Then the kids go, so the elves?
Oh, you took the elves too, didn't you? You went right for the throat.
I mean, once they knew the big guy
you
was fake,
destroyed it all.
Dude, it was
It all came crashing down.
It was a house of cards.
There
and you know
goes all the Christmas specials.
it was a
everything
house
on
of cards, and how old were you? I was in second grade.
I was, I think, 10.
10. So what? 5th grade?
Is 10 5th grade?
I was 10 in 5th grade. But I was
Anthony's 9 now. He's going into 4th grade. He'll be 10. 4th grade. 3rd, 4th grade. Somewhere.
4th grade.
3rd, 4th grade. Somewhere in
I
there.
was 2nd grade.
Somewhere in there, I sneaked into my parents' closet, or unlocked it, stole the key and unlocked the door, and got behind the curtain. That's how it happened. They didn't tell me. That's how I found out. Because everything I'd asked for was right in that closet.
And how did that change Christmas for you?
It changed it a lot.
What did it do?
The childhood dream was over. It's fucking reality. Boom.
I didn't give a shit.
I didn't say I obviously recovered. Okay, but the initial shock of that, you finding that stuff is like, then it all was going through your head. Now pictures going through your head at 9, 10 years old.
What does it change though?
No, but if you believe something, or you let it believe that, and your parents are telling you that, now you're kind of questioning things. You think your parents are never going to lie to you.
Right? Yeah, they were like, you lied.
So
to
that's
us.
that's kind of like the first time you realize my parents don't always tell me the truth.
But
So.
But like it was weird to me because I remember I was in 2nd grade. I had a remote control car and I was playing with it on the kitchen table. And I drove it off the kitchen table. And my mom goes, Tom, your father paid good money for that car. And I'm just playing. And I had gotten it for Christmas.
Yeah.
And my sister, Lauren, looks up and she goes, yeah, Tom, your father paid good money for that car.
Uh-oh.
And I was like,
Dun, dun, dun.
what do you mean? And then I was like, what? But then I just went back to playing with my shit. And now, every year...
I'm dealing with the only enlightened man on the planet.
So then after...
I was 10 years, 9 years, whatever, fuck.
Nah, I was in 2nd grade. I was probably like 7, I think.
Talk about ahead of his time. This one.
And no, so then after that, it just became searching for presents was the thing to do now. Because now I knew. And that was fun too. Trying to find the hidden presents.
Okay. Good for you.
Yeah.
Mr.
Then they went down
Mr.
the whole...
What?
They
Tell you.
went down the whole rack. Tooth Fairy.
Legendary. Ahead of his
Tooth
time.
Fairy. That one was gone.
So you eliminated everything in one night.
Yeah. No, then the best was when John goes, "Are leprechauns fake?" And it was funny because every time John would ask something, Penny would go, "John, no," because she didn't want to know.
Yeah, you ruined it for your daughter who didn't want to know. Great talk, Dad.
Hey, they asked.
The daughter didn't want to know, and you kept going, no.
She said,
no.
She
and
said, she's like, I kind
Penny.
of knew it. No. Penny had asked us a few times recently.
All right, well.
Casey lied.
Well,
I didn't lie.
well,
I stand by my decision.
It's your decision. It's your kids. I don't care.
And they've done a good job not telling the rest of the neighborhood.
Oh, because
kids.
they'd be in trouble. You piss off a lot.
It's gonna happen.
You piss off a lot of parents.
It's gonna happen.
Going, who blew this up? Yeah, Tom and his big mouth.
It's gonna happen.
So anyway,
This guy's stunned.
well, there's just nothing else to talk about after that. It's like, we're gonna end this now. Like Tom destroyed his whole fucking.
Jesus Christ! It's like I fucking dropped the. I feel like Oppenheimer dropping the fucking A-bomb.
I didn't see Oppenheimer, so you can't make those quotes yet. Till I see it.
I didn't make a quote. He created the atom bomb.
I know he did.
So I didn't give anything away, did I?
I forgot that he was the one that made the atom bomb. I remember seeing the preview of it, see what it was about.
Yeah.
But I forgot. I didn't put two together. Sorry. Blame him.
Joe Beanie.
Anyway, that's going to do it for segment 2. Anybody else depressed, America?
I thought it would start a good
Well,
conversation.
no, but this is not a good conversation. It's a depressing one.
Why?
It just is. This is like one of those last things you get as a parent, you get with your kids, and now that's, well, at least in your case, it's over.
But see,
so,
to
and
me,
but you never cared about it anyway, so you didn't lose
to
nothing.
me, I think Santa is what makes Christmas about what it's really not about. Like for me, I want my kids to remember Christmas because they're with their family, and
It's the birth of Christ, the guy you don't believe in.
yeah, no, I don't believe in that. That's not.
So what is it changing for you?
No,
That's what it's
because-
supposed to be about.
No, so for me, it's about family. It's about tradition. It's about making memories, coming together, being grateful for what you have. That's what every holiday for me is about.
There's nothing divine in that, huh? That's just all human nature, huh? Nobody planted that seed, huh?
I'm not saying that.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't
don't
believe I don't believe in Jesus though, but I grew up Catholic, so it's still a tradition for me. That date is still important to me because I got together with all my family, you know. So it still holds significance, but to me, it's not about presents from an imaginary, man.
You heard it there, America.
It's about family.
We're going to be back probably, I think Joel will be back Monday. Joel's going to be around, right?
Oh, yeah.
We'll be back Monday.
doubt it.
Yeah, we should put it on Facebook and end that forever with him. He'll never come back.
Not forever with him.
Yes, end that forever with him.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was going
so-
to crash land this guy with the death of Santa.
Santa's been dead. So that isn't the point about that. Anyway, that doesn't matter. At least in your family, everything has changed. Good for you. And for you, it never really mattered to you anyway, so who cares?
No, it's not Santa.
So, but in any event, we will be back, I think, Monday night.
Does Santa mean something to you?
So, no, just the whole Christmas spirit that thing did.
magic.
It still does. You're not going to ruin that. You can try all you want. Anyway,
Dude,
but
I have that
the
just as
bottom
much
line
as
is,
anybody.
we're going to be
I
back
love Christmas.
Monday night, and more of the NFL teams are going to be back on Monday. I don't remember when the U.S. Women's Goal Cup team plays again, but they are playing the Netherlands, and that's going to be a dawning because the Netherlands are really good. If that does happen, I don't think they play until Tuesday. This tournament goes a month, by the way. It's a month long.
Cup?
Yeah, it's a month long. It's crazy. And they're doing it in New Zealand and Australia, which is pretty cool. And and the Americans have traveled well. A lot of fans there. They're saying the USA, their fan base travels better than anybody's. It's pretty cool. So we'll see what
The
happens.
best team ever.
They're good. If they win 3 in a row, they're going to be able to make a case because nobody's ever done it. At least in soccer, no one's ever done it. So the Russians, the hockey
Huskies.
team, won 4 gold medals in a row before we upset them in '80. The men's basketball team had a ridiculous run before the Russians upset them, and then the Dream Team showed up, and there was 20 more years of glory there.
Well, that was bullshit when the Russians upset them.
That was a bad call.
Dude, they redid the play 3 times, didn't
It
they?
was a bad call.
It wasn't a bad call. It was a freaking payoff.
Rigged.
Yes. That is the worst
And
thing.
then MJ, Magic, and Bird showed up and said, "Rig this,
Not gonna be close enough
rig
to rig.
this, motherfucker. You won't even be in the game at halftime."
Well, the one they rigged was when we had college guys
It
playing.
was the college
right?
guys.
Yeah.
It was bad. Well,
fucked up.
there was 2 of them. The 88 was that one, but there was the one in the late 74, whatever it was, when the Russians, that was the last one.
That's the timeout where they said they waved it off.
That's
and they
the other
did.
one.
That's
Yeah.
the one I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
that's before that. The 88 one was when they finished third.
Yeah.
That's
I'm talking about the one
But
that
the Russian one was
rigged.
brutal. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was one of the most rigged, awful things I've ever
Horse
seen
shit.
in Olympic history of all fucking things. The Olympics, where it's supposed to be fair, not anywhere else. So, but anyway, we will catch up with you then. Until then, for the redoubtable one himself, Highly Question One, you enjoy your Super Sunday. Hopefully the sun comes out. Might be a pool day. We'll see. But I got to mow the back lawn.
Sunny Sunday.
Sunny Sunday would be nice. I mean, well, today was nice though. Today was comfortable. I liked
I
today.
was inside most of the
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like a, I wouldn't call it a pool day. My family went to the pool,
Yeah.
but it was a nice day. It was comfortable. Here, mow the lawn. I mowed the lawn, didn't break a sweat. The minute you mow the lawn, you're gonna break a sweat. Even if it just wasn't that hot. It was like in the mid 70s. It was nice.
Yeah, I played pickleball. I didn't sweat that
Yeah, it was
much.
pretty cool. So hopefully we'll get on one like that tomorrow. But until Monday night, you guys stay for the love of God. Loose.
For the love of God.
Until then.